Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about OSI model, that is OSI reference model and its protocols. So the various topics that we are going to discuss today are: the first one is about introduction on OSI model, then different layers that are working in OSI model, then the third one is about the architecture of OSI, then fourth is working of OSI model, then the different protocols that are being working in OSI model. So let's move to our first slide, that is introduction on OSI model. Actually this particular video is very important video for various competitive exams. So what is OSI? OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. It was established in 1970 by ISO. What is ISO? ISO is the International Standards Organization and OSI is being established by ISO. So it is an open source structure, which means that it can be openly used for any environment and network easily. So this was the biggest advantage of OSI model. In earlier days, actually OSI model was being referred, but nowadays we are working on TCP IP model instead of this OSI. So the fourth point is, it is a 7-layered structured architecture. It means that the OSI model is having 7 layers that are working in coordinated manner. So what are the 7 layers of OSI model? Let's start from the bottom one. The first layer is called as physical layer, then data link layer, then third is network layer, fourth is transport layer, which is very important layer, then the fifth is session layer, sixth layer is presentation layer, then the seventh one is application layer. These are the 7 layers of OSI model. Every layer of OSI model is very important for the coordinated manner, and each layer will have the specific functions. So let's move to our next slide. It is about the architecture of OSI model and its working. Let's study this example. Actually, we are having two devices, that is device A and device B. We are having device A on the left side and device B on the right side. That represents that device A is a sender and it has to send some message or information to the device B, that is the receiver. And there will be some connection in the device A and B so that the message or the information can be transferred from one side to another side, and there can also be some nodes in between that are providing connection in between, right? Then how it is working? Every layer of the device A of network 1, it will coordinate with the same layer of the device B, that is in the network 2. Like physical layer of device A network, it will get communicated with the physical layer of the second network, and same likewise the data link layer will communicate with the data link layer of the second network. So network layer with network layer. So this diagram represents the whole working of the OSI model, and the 7 layer will communicate with the other 7 layers of the second network in order to communicate properly and to transfer the message from the source to the destination. So this was about the working of OSI model. So next we are going to discuss about some of the very important protocols that are working in the 7 layers of OSI model. We can start from the bottom one. In the physical layer, what we are having actually in the physical layer, we can have the physical structures. Let's say wiring, cables, hubs, repeaters, these all are working in the physical layer. So next we are having data link layer. Data link layer means that data, its name represents data. It means we are working on some data packets or frames. The frames will work over here in this particular layer, and other things that can be used are PPP, Ethernet. PPP represents the point-to-point network. Then we can use switches also, bridges, etc. And we will discuss about these switches, bridges, hubs, repeaters, routers and all in the further videos. So for the timing, what we are working on, the different protocols on these layers. So the third is network layer. what will happen in the network layer? The frames which are working in the data link layer, it will get converted into packets, and other different protocols that are working are IP, Internet Protocol, then Control Message Protocol, then IGMP also. Then after that, we are coming to the transport layer. What are the different protocols? That is TCP and UDP. TCP is the transmission control protocol. Then UDP is the user datagram protocol. Basically, TCP is the connection oriented protocol and UDP is the connection less protocol. And which is reliable one? TCP is more reliable as compared to the UDP. So these two protocols are working under the transport layer. Then what about the session layer? In session layer, different APIs, that is application interfaces and sockets, are working on. Then come to the presentation layer. At the presentation layer, there are different transport protocols that are working, like IMAP, then FTP, then the SSL, that is the socket layer, secure socket layer. Then the last one is the application layer. And the different protocols are HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol, then FTP, file transfer protocol, IRC, that is relay chat, then SSH, then DNS. So these are the different protocols that are working on the 7 layers of OSI model. So this was all about the introduction on the OSI model. The different working of the different layers of OSI model we will discuss in further upcoming videos. You can refer those videos for the detailed description and the working of these different 7 layers of OSI model and about the TCP/IP also. So let's move to our next slide. That is first question. These are the MCQs related to OSI. So what is UDP stands for? And the different options given are user data protocol, then user datagram protocol, the third one is user data process, and the fourth is user data processing. So what is the correct answer for this question? The option number 2 is the correct, that is user datagram protocol. So our second question is HTTP works at which layer of OSI model? This is a question from previous year UGC net exam. And what are the different options? Transport layer, application layer, session layer, and physical layer. So the answer for this question is application layer. So what are the different topics that we have covered today? That is about the OSI, the introductory part about OSI we can say, then about the 7 layers of OSI model, then third is working of OSI, then the fourth one is different protocols that are working under OSI model. So this was all about the OSI introduction part. Thank you so much.